Right, Barbara? Yes. Anybody? I mean, other people have this experience? And it's classic. And for us, I mean, it could hardly be easier most of the time. I mean, sometimes it's a little difficult. And I don't mean that easy in the sense that it's easy to get you comfortable with it. It's just easy for us to see it. Because it's a simple recognition. And we can track with you how your mind has been oriented to an approach that proposes that whatever's coming up in you, you now have another. I'm so proud of these little things when I come up with simple stuff. The 4 F's. 1. Which comes first depends on your personality type. In any given moment, I might add. But we'll do it this way. Fight it. This is sort of this is the antithesis of Linda's 6-step recognition yoga. Fight it. Except this is not, well, actually it could be steps in a sequence. If you're really desperate, you'll do all 4. But most of us, most of the time, have a couple of favorites. No, forget fight it, I'll flee it. No. I'll fix it instead. One of the all-time favorites. Fix it? No. That's all way too violent and dissociative. I'll just friend it like Facebook. So that's what we do. The 4 F's. That's what we're conditioned to assume self-growth, self-development, spiritual transformation, spiritual awakening. That's what we assume it's going to take in relation to elements of our being, our experience, the way we're reacting to things, etc. Elements that we assume are the enemy of our ultimate success in the growth we're looking to achieve. So this approach is one in which you actually do that 6-step recognition yoga. Do we have any recognition yoga devotees in the crowd here? Anybody recite the 6 holy steps? Come on. Okay.
See it.
Feel it.
See it, feel it.
Live it.
Live it.
Be it.
Transcend it. Speak it along the way. Thank you. Those are both very simple. Fight it, flee it, fix it, friend it. That's fairly simple. See it, feel it, live it, be it, transcend it, speak it. It's fairly simple. Radically different. Radically different. Even friending it, which is the closest, still is calling you, even if it's not saying so. The traditions in which such, or the schools in which such orientations are promoted, if you listen up close, there is almost always an assumption that part of you, the part that is doing the friending, is also noticing that it's not identified. So even if you're encouraged to really get into it, there's an assumption that a major part of the practice is remembering that part of you is free. See it, feel it, live it, be it, become it, is a radical surrender that is refusing to see the it, whatever it is, as less than divine, real, and important, or any less real, divine, and important than that aspect of the being, the consciousness, the soul, whatever you may assume it to be, that could be experienced as in any way, shape, or form separate from it. Am I making sense here? Is anybody having a hard time? Raise your hand if you are, please do.
I'm hanging in there with you.
Okay. All right, we're going to have some time to work on this some more. So an organismic process is like what a flower does. It's like what a tree does. It's like the way your cat lives. And cats are kind of a better example because humans can notice that cats can have neuroses, right? You know, Hercules is definitely, Linda's and my cat sort of adopted us and took over. Linda's probably not going to like me saying this, but he keeps spraying. Because he was wild and an outdoor cat for so long. So anytime, especially guys come into the house, Hercules leaves his mark. And it's basically his way of telling all the other males of any species that he's willing to share Linda with me, but no one else. I think that's actually true. So the point is, we figured out Hercules must have been abused by the previous guy who lived in that house, because he was there a couple of years before we came. But the point is, he's living a natural organismic existence. Doesn't mean that he doesn't grow and change in certain ways. In fact, his personality is practically really quite transformed. But it hasn't been as a result of the kitty cat version of fight it, flee it, fix it, or friend it. I don't know, maybe you could make an argument, I suppose. Moving along. Sentient. Initially I used the word spiritual, but I kept not liking it. Because it's like when we were using the phrase witness consciousness way back in the day. And finally Van Gwen, who, if you've not met Van Gwen yet, he's one of the magnificent senior teachers of this work, and I welcome you to find your way to him as soon as you can arrange to. And Van came to me way back in 1996, and he says, using this phrase, witness consciousness, does not work. By that time, he was already teaching. And he said, every time I use the phrase witness consciousness, I can see people, like, they drift. They go to what they think I'm talking about. We've got to come up with a way of describing it that's more about our process. And so we came up with this incredibly clunky, complex phrase, about like this one. Embodied feeling witness consciousness. The EFWC. Which says it, and it's accurate, and it stops those who are looking for that dissociated, transcendent, I am not the body state. It stops them in their tracks, even just to consider the phrase. Because obviously there's something else happening here besides a dissociation from the body. So recently it occurred to me that sentient is a better word. Because sentient, if you look it up in the dictionary, it means conscious. It means aware. But it doesn't imply not organismic. It doesn't imply disembodied. In fact, it's applied in that beautiful Buddhist language, all sentient beings. You know, it's all the creatures that have awareness, that have life, that have some kind of self-presence in the world that moves them to survive and procreate and so on and so forth.